Welcome to the Nerd Theorists. We are bringing you news today, some serious news. It's going to be a bit of a roller coaster, so strap in, close your blast shield, and make sure you're ready for this one.
Brace for impact. On the 3rd of February, JMS released a post to his Patreon, which he then subsequently shared on Twitter, with an update on B5CW news. Very exciting. We all thought we'd been expecting the confirmation that a series production is on the way, but sadly that is not to be this year, is it?
No, unfortunately not. For any of you who didn't know the kind of backstory to all of this, CW was being sold, but as everything, it's still got to keep producing shows. So Babylon 5 was still on that list. It was still the list to be given that production order. Ultimately, it was not given that production order this year.
No, sadly not. And JMS puts on his post that 99.999% of the time, which is a very specific number, that's the end of the road for the project, and the script is dead and it's done. However, shortly before that piece was published, apparently he received a call from the president of the CW, who is a long-time fan of Babylon 5, and that brought a little bit of good news, didn't it?
It did indeed. So what he was effectively saying was, we absolutely loved your script, but they took the unusual step of rolling the project on. So even stated on his tweet on his Patreon page, again, we'll have that link in our description for that, so if you can look through the whole thing if you want. But the bottom line is that, yes, we're not in active development for fall or autumn this year, but for the next year, for 2023.
Yeah, and that's the only difference. We've been put back by a year, but we needn't worry. We can still expect in the new year to hear more news about development of a brand new Babylon 5 reboot.
Yes, hopefully we'll have lots of news between here and then, but reading that whole thing, it was a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh, wasn't it just?
I was like, oh, excited, yes. And then you're suddenly heartbroken. We've not got a
very crestfallen.
Oh. Yeah. But ultimately, there is still hope. We're still in line for production.
We are, and
like we're part
is
of the crew.
great. So yeah, exactly. We're there. We've got the sign off. We're fine. We'll be co-execs by the end of it, of course. But no, it's just a case of waiting for the sale of the CW to go through, and as soon as that is cleared up, as long as the correct people remain in the correct places of power, I don't see why there'll be any problem for next year. It's great that they're still considering it and that it'll get one more chance at this. It's something that most shows that don't make the cut in 1 year, they don't get. So that's fantastic as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, yes, we've got to wait another year. Yes, that's sad. But it's still in production. Well, it's still in waiting for that production order. It's
it
good.
is.
I mean,
in the meantime, in the meantime, we can go and do all manner of lore videos for you. In the meantime, looking at the old Babylon 5.
We will. We'll get you so excited in the meantime that, yes, we will be right there with you, eagerly awaiting it airing.
Indeed. And speaking of being right there together, there's a little note that JMS has left at the end of his post, which suggests, of course, it seems we'll have to wait a little matter, but what matters is the project is very much still alive, and when the time is appropriate, that window will give Babylon 5 fans the opportunity to express their passionate support for the series to the new owners of the CW. So get crafting your tweets, because we're going to need all of them.
Yeah, make sure that the love for Babylon 5, old and reboot, is still very much alive, so just keep it going. And
yeah,
I mean, say we're going to be there, we're going to be riding that. So yeah, you can check out our Twitter as well. You can always link us in with that. We're at Nerdy Theorists. Go check us out, go follow us. As well as, say, riding that Babylon 5 Twitter trail as much as possible.
Of course, yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because obviously as soon as there is new news, whenever we post it or whenever we find out something, we will put it up here as soon as we possibly can.
Absolutely. Hopefully it'll be good news, better news than we've just had, but at the very least, Fingers crossed, we're going to be there. But in the meantime, enjoy a lot of our other videos. We're going to be posting a lot of other stuff on here, as well as in the meantime, let's say other Babylon 5 things and lots of shows and things as well. Halo series is going to be coming out. I'm sure we're going to be doing a the trailer that came out for that. We're going to break that down and discuss in great detail, because we are both massive Halo fans.
Huge Halo, many hours spent playing Halo together, so we'll take a look at that. And if there's anything you think you'd want us to take a look at, do let us know in the comments, and we'll obviously be sure to see what we can do about that as well.
Yeah, until then, take care.
Take care.